Hey gang, how's it going? This is I was trying to get to remodel my basement during this COVID lockdown when I could work. I could work because I'm a construction worker and that's considered essential. But I really don't want to be around people that don't want to wear masks. And I really don't want to be working in close proximity with people, that might give me a give me COVID-19. So I was going to take this time, try to make lemonade out of lemons and remodel my basement and fix the house up in anticipation for a wedding shower and a wedding that we're going to have later on in the year. And we have to get everything fixed up nice for pictures and whatnot. And it looks now like that's not going to happen, but we're still optimistic and we're still working towards that goal. The projects have been started, so they got to be wrapped up. Anyway, that's given me a lot to stay busy, keeping me busy. But I was hoping that after I get this basement remodeled, I can use all the different areas of the basement. I'm doing like an industrial, and for anybody that wants to stick around and watch videos later on in the year, you're going to see if I actually have an industrial decor, kind of a industrial steampunk type of thing, where we were. It's going to be a 1920s themed wedding shower. So my daughter asked me if I could kind of make the basement look like a speakeasy. So I already built the door, and I'll be showing that off. And I built a bar, and I actually repurposed a roll top desk into a bar. So that's kind of exciting, but I'm gonna have to get my selfie stick and do a video where I walk around and show you that. But right now, I have this backdrop behind me, and on the other side of this backdrop, it looks like a bomb went off. And right over there, it looks like a bomb went off, and right over there, there's a table that I made, this beautiful oak hardwood table, dark stained, with big bolts all over it, in a pattern. Looks real medieval kind of looking, and it's just completely piled with junk and building materials and tools. It's just a mess down here. It's a complete mess. We have exercise equipment here that has to go up into the room addition when the room addition is done. And my whole house is a mess. My whole house is a mess. But that's okay because the outcome is going to be wonderful. And, I'm not complaining because I have a lot, my wife and I have worked very hard for what we have. And I don't really feel like I have any kind of special privileges as a trans woman, as a transsexual. I don't really feel like I'm in a class of, as a white male, I have some privilege, but I've had to overcome a lot of adversity within my own head, as well as learning how to deal with others and get through life. And we've worked very hard for what we have, and I'm not ashamed of it. But I know that I'll never feel like I want to complain about anything, because I know there's a lot of people that didn't have the opportunities I had or don't have it as well as I do, and I just I don't want anyone to think that I'm not aware of that. But anyway, it's just a flipping mess here. and it's hard. It's hard to live in perpetual chaos. But we get through it. A couple of drinks in the evening, a couple of alcoholic drinks in the evening help me get to sleep. And forget about it. A lot of people drinking a lot of alcohol during this lockdown phase. But a lot of states are opening up now. And our state, my state of Wisconsin, we are wide open. Wide open. It's a free-for-all. They're calling us the Walking Dead here in Wisconsin. I live next to this town. It's a tourist town. And the bars opened 2 days ago to just anarchy. It was just crazy. I didn't go. I'm not going out. I'm not going to do it. I'm getting Facebook messages from people in town. Rachel, where are you? I'm getting text messages. Rachel, we're all out here partying. Where are you? I'm not going. Not going. Not going to do it. I'm not. These people are acting as if the Supreme Court in the state of Wisconsin overturned our governor's decision to lock us down until the end of May. So they overturned it the other day, and immediately everybody opened up, and it became a big party, and everyone's acting like because the Supreme Court overturned our governor, there's no more virus. The virus went away. Now, I happen to live with a healthcare professional, and I know a couple of other healthcare professionals who are Facebook friends of mine, some trans people, who are experiencing the sadness of COVID-19 in their hospitals where they work every day. And they're all saying the same thing. I'm getting it from my spouse, and I'm getting it from these other people. Well, here comes the spike. There'll be another spike in 2 or 3 weeks. Everybody will be sick. So we'll see. We'll have to wait and see. But I can certainly wait 2 or 3 weeks to find out. The idea that viruses disappear when the sun comes out and it warms up is based in some history, has some history behind it. But this virus, this particular virus, this novel virus that no human being has ever had, as far as we know, is so contagious. It can be picked up so easily and so quickly with very limited exposure to someone else that has it, that it won't matter how warm it gets or how long the sun is out. If someone is walking around passing the virus through their mouth, through sneezes and coughs, to other people in close proximity, because we've opened our restaurants and our bars back up, it's not going to stop. We saw that. It went to Texas. Texas is warm and sunny. It went to Florida. Florida is warm and sunny. The fact that it can be carried and spread so easily, if it's something that floats around in the air or something and the sun does kill it. Solar rays will kill this thing, but not if it's inside of you. Only if it's sitting on a surface out in the sun. I don't know, but I can certainly wait 2 weeks I can take 2 more weeks away from a restaurant to find out, because that's about how long it takes for people to start showing signs of it. And I hope that it's not bad. I hope it doesn't get bad again. I really do. But I mean, common sense tells you that it's not going to be okay. So I hope you all will try to stay safe and use your best judgment. And play it safe. Just play it safe. If your state opens up and your boss calls you back to work, I guess you're going to have to go back to work. But you can still play it safe while you're at work. And the mask thing, the idea of the masks, this is a big thing on Facebook right now and social media. Masks don't do any good. it's a lie. Well, the virus is much smaller than 0.3 microns, and the N95 masks will only stop 0.3 microns, and the virus is 0.125 microns, so it's going to go right through the mask. It's just more fake news that you see on Facebook. Maybe it is smaller than 0.3 microns, but in order for it to pass through the air at a distance, it has to cling to something that's heavy enough to be expelled that distance and create that much kinetic energy to move through the air that far. So it has to catch a ride on something that is 0.3 microns or larger that won't pass through the mask. But these people don't want to listen to all that. The reason why I wear a mask when I go out religiously, I'm not a religious person, but whenever I use that term, is because I don't know if I've caught COVID-19 from my wife or from someone else, and I don't want to be responsible for someone else's death. So I'm going to put a mask on in case I cough, or in case I sneeze, or in case I spit when I talk. And that mask will catch that and keep that from going 6 feet through the air and infecting someone else. That's why I wear a mask, and that's the way everybody should be thinking about it. People don't seem to believe that they can have this virus and not know it. But for all I know, it's already run its course through me, and I'm okay. My wife and I both had sore throats and were congested in January and February, or in February and March. I woke up with a sore throat often. Some people can get this thing, and that's how it affects them. It doesn't hardly affect them at all. They don't even know they got it. They don't even know they're sick. But while they're walking around with this stuff going on in their body, they're contagious. People don't want to believe that. It's too bad. It's not a big deal. People crying because they can't go to a bar, they can't go to a restaurant, they can't go shopping at the mall. These are all, in my opinion, I know the bars and the restaurants have to make a living, and I don't want them to fail. But those things, the reason that people are upset is because they can't go out and get drunk in public with other people. Is ridiculous to me. It just seems ridiculous. It's so frivolous when you look at the stakes that risk versus reward thing. I don't know. A friend of mine said, I'll wear that mask at that hardware store that they tell you have to wear, but I don't agree with it. And I said, if you don't agree with it, don't wear it. Well, they won't let me in if I don't wear it. So don't go in. I mean, go ahead and stick to your guns. I respect that. You don't believe in it, and you can't get in there without a mask, then you don't go in there. But if you're willing to take their mask and wear it and stand there and bitch and moan that you don't agree with it, shut up. You're wasting my time. You're wasting your breath. Put the mask on, get what you need, get out, go do your thing. And I told them, if it was a big deal to put the mask on when I walked into the store, I might say the same thing. I might do the same thing. But it's not a big deal. So, and if everyone thinks it's, people that think it's mind control, or it's the government trying to see how far they can control us. The government asked me to wear a mask of any kind, so I don't make someone else sick and kill some elderly person or someone with an underlying health concern that might get it from me, because I don't know if I got it. It all makes sense to me. All of that makes sense to me. I mean, it's a great theory that the government is lying, and they're just trying to see how far they can push us. But they haven't asked me to put on a wig and a dress and do anything. They just asked me to put on a mask. And You know, if they really wanted to see how far they could push us, they try. Hey, we got them to wear a mask. We got them to wear masks. Let's tell them to wear funny hats now and see what happens. You know, uh, uh, I don't get it. I don't get it. You know, I wish they would. I wish they would say, okay, now all men have to dress as women, just to see how far they can get, and just how much we will do. That would be funny. I don't know. Everybody's got a conspiracy theory these days, it seems. I just want you guys all to be safe, okay? And, we can all go outside. We can all do what we want to do. We can all go walking around. But stay safe, Don't take any risks that you don't have to. As the country opens, it won't be long before you're going to know if it's going to make a difference. It won't be long before you see spikes and the news be all over it. If it really is a Democratic thing, if it really is a liberal thing versus conservative thing, and the liberals are blowing it out of proportion to try and make Trump look bad, if that's really what it is, it won't be long before they're on the news talking about it. So we're all going to know. Just play it safe. See what happens. See how it rings out. My friends are certainly not going to listen to me when I tell them, guys, you don't have to go out to the restaurants and bars, do you? What's wrong with me? I've become quite the cook in the last 3 months. Quite the cook. So, I like eating my own food. Man, this is a heck of a long time to be talking about COVID-19, isn't it? Stay safe, you guys. Love and peace to all.